The financial market, as we know it, is changing, and money is no longer the same. But guess what? If you're not willing to invest in yourself, it's not going to make a difference anyway. Now, I got a couple pieces of paper here. And with these pieces of paper here, I'm going to give you a very honest and a very real example of the way people waste money when they should invest money. Now, I like to spend time investing in people, but I like to invest in people who like to invest in themselves. So let's take these two pieces of paper that we have here. Now, with these two pieces of paper I have here, I'm going to give you a very, very, very real example about these two pieces of paper that we have here, okay? Let's take this piece of paper. So, okay, I'm going out with my girlfriend tonight, so that's about $70 right there, because I'm just going to the movies. And guess what? I got to put gas in my car, so that's the other 30. That's the end of it. You just went to the movies. That's $100. Okay, so what that did, that's just Friday night. Now guess what? Saturday, I got to go to Walmart. And then what happens after that? And that's just house food. Oh my goodness. That's $200. Now all you've done so far is you've gone to the movies and you got gas for the car. You've gone to Walmart on simple stuff. And you've already out $200. How long does it take you to earn that $200? Now how fast does that $200 go out? Now, what I'm offering is you an opportunity to invest in yourself. What am I talking about? $224. That's the cost total. Not to give me anything. I don't want a dime from you. Nothing that I offer is of any charge at all as it relates to the services and the solutions that I'm referring to as it relates to the wasting of money. Because then you got the other set of people. You got the other people who say, okay, I'm going to go buy a bag of weed. And after they buy the bag of weed, and then they buy some drinks, that's the end of it. That's money. Money wasted. On top of that, then you got the people who say, okay, I'm going to take the money and now I'm just going to do the whole thing on my nails. Now, again, you think about it like this. Money is being wasted just the same. So we've got people who waste the money going out for popcorn and food in the movies, and you still got to buy gas. Then you got the people who waste it at the barbershop or the people who waste it at the nail salon, okay? Money's still being wasted. But let's talk about money again, okay? Let's take about another $200. So again, we're talking about money, right? Let's talk about money. Okay, it's Friday night. Guess what you want to do? I gotta go to the club, girl. That's one bottle. One bottle just like that. And one bottle just went, and now you just lost a bottle. Why? Because the same bottle that cost you $13 at the store, you want to spend $100 at the club to look cool. So now you just bought a $100 bottle that you know costs $13 or $20. So now you balling, but you wasting. So just now you just lost another $100. And what else happens? Of course, you know you got to get dressed. So of course you got to put together your outfit, and there you go. You just lost another $100. So how much money did you just blow so far in the process of trying to look cool, living up to the standards of everybody else, keeping up with the Joneses, and doing the everyday norm? How much of all of that money have you invested in yourself, your family, your life, or your future? What if something happened to you throughout that time? You just wasted, say $400 or $500. What if something happened to you in your life during that time? Are you covered? Do you have protection? See, that's a question I ask because when you think about money, people are wasting money as it relates to money right now. The currency is changing. So you take this, so you got another tool here, and then you say, okay, now I'm going to be wise with my money. I'm going to do what? I'm going to go ahead and put my money in something they call some Bitcoins. I'm going to go ahead and buy some coins, and then on top of that, what I'm going to do this next one. This next one, I'm going to take this next one, and I'll buy some shoes because you know I got to get them J's. So, habits. Weed, money lost. Drinks, money lost. Parties, money lost. Clubs, money lost. Gambling, money lost. Looking pretty, money lost. Now, how much of that money are you investing in yourself? I wanted to give an example of how we as African Americans, we waste money because we do it a lot. Now, let's take this last 200. Now, we still got kids because the kids ain't ate yet because all we got so far is Walmart. So out of that, now we're going to say, we're going to take this one and out of this one. Now we say, okay, this one we got to buy some stuff for the kids. So we got to buy some shoes for them. And this one we're going to say, we're going to take this one and then we're going to say, I don't know, we about to buy some clothes or something. So, boom. So that's $1,000 in one weekend. $1,000 in one weekend. Do you see how we waste money, average, on an average, how much money we waste? The point I'm asking, or the point I'm making, or the reason me making this video is I'm trying to challenge you to redirect your money. I'm trying to challenge you to redirect your finances. I'm challenging you to redirect your capital gains. Because the income that you have, you're already being taxed on it. So the last thing you want to do is waste it frivolously because you worked so hard for it. On top of that, you want to protect it and give it a tax shelter so it doesn't continue to be taxed. Because with everything that we just spent all that money on, everything was also taxed. So not only do they tax your income when you're making your money, but everything you spend it on, Uncle Sam is going to tax you again. So what's the point? You see, again, there's a mindset of a W-2 employee, and with a W-2 employee, that's the tax now bracket. You see that? Taxes. It's the tax now bracket. There's tax now, tax later, tax never, meaning tax deferred, tax shelter. There's three kinds of people out there. There's three kinds of mindset. You see the mindset I just talked about? That's the tax now. They like to get the money now, they spend the money now, they get it and they spend it right away. So they're taxed more on every dollar that they make. Seriously. Every dollar is taxed more, so they'll keep less and they save less because more of their dollars are being spent and wasted and being excessively taxed. Now let's look at another kind of people, okay? So this is the next family. So the next family says, okay, I have, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I got some cats. So what I'm going to do with this, okay? This is the tax, that was the tax now. Now here are the people who are the tax later. The tax later group are a little bit different because the tax later group, they're going to get the money, but the difference with the tax later group is they're going to go ahead and they're going to put the money in like their 401ks and stuff like that. So they're going to just kind of keep it aside over here, you know what I'm saying? And just keep on tucking it away. So every time they get paid, you know what I mean, they just put away a little something, you know what I'm saying? Then they put away a little something, and then they'll put away. So they keep on putting the money away, and they feel good because they're not being taxed right away, and that's a good thing. But guess what? Upon retirement, when they get to retirement age, when they keep on, after putting in all that money, after all that time, when it comes to retirement age and they want to touch the money, now they say, okay, I've worked for 40 years. I got my golden watch, I've got my 40 acres, I've got my mule. Now I want my 401. Okay? But really, today a 401k is like a 201k. Because if you think about all of this, you just put into this pot right here. By the time you finish with this, you just say, okay, you're going to tax that, and you're going to tax that because the government's going to take that portion in tax. So after you put in all of that, you put that in, and you put that in, what do you have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. You have a quarter or a third of what you actually saved after they take all the taxes, and this is your retirement. This is what you have to retire on. And keep in mind, that money's still going to be taxed. So again, ladies and gentlemen, with taxes, always less is more. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about tax deferred. Tax never. Because with taxes, always less is more. Okay? Don't take my word for it. You can Google it. Why do you think Donald Trump only paid $750 in taxes? Okay, you think I'm playing? Do me a favor. Go on YouTube and look up Donald Trump debate against Hillary Clinton about his taxes. Just go on YouTube and search that. You'll see the interview. Don't worry, I'll wait. Because in that interview, you'll see Donald Trump was cornered by Hillary. Hillary said, I also believe I voted against those loopholes that he used to say that he's a billionaire to not pay taxes. And then the guy asked him, Donald Trump, sir, is it true that you use these tax loopholes to avoid paying taxes? Donald Trump said, yes, and that makes me smart. I'm using the same loopholes all of her donors are using. George Soros and all of her Democratic big money donors, they're using the same loopholes that I'm using as a business owner. Why do you think Donald Trump did not need any of the money? Because he already knows the tax loopholes. So they ask for a donation, but they're not educating us on the tax loopholes to help us to keep our cash coming in anyway. Don't you get it? I don't know. I'm not saying nothing. Maybe it's just me. But again, this is the world of reality. Fed now is happening. Rest in peace to my man who created Cash App, by the way, because, we definitely want to shout out to that. Because, again, everybody who got Cash App or used Cash App, you know the benefits of Cash App. So, you know what? Shout out to my man for that. Cash App was like the new PayPal. You know what I'm saying? Like a new version of PayPal, because like it revolutionized people spending and everything just like PayPal did. Now, check it out. Just 24 hours after the guy who made Cash App died, guess what happened? I don't know. You didn't hear about the news? My hands is crashing. That means more money is coming. Let's see. Well, PayPal, kind of PayPal I'm talking about. The FedNow system, because we're going to a cashless system. That's right. We're going to a cashless system. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. America will be cashless by starting July of 2023. Couple of things you might not have paid attention to. In 2020, Joe Biden signed into law the Federal Reserve Lending, fractional reserve lending, fractional reserve banking. That authorizes the banks to use our capital without our authorization, with only keeping 10%. That's why you see the situation we have in the financial crisis right now. Now, I mentioned and shout out to Cash App, because Cash App created a government version, FedNow. Now, I have something online that you might see. You might have seen my online training. It's called Crypto Investment Strategist. And I've been talking about how crypto has been used, being decentralized currencies, being capitalized by centralized organization and centralized government. Now, when you see FedNow roll out their digital currency system, as Joe Biden just authorized in January of this year, the central bank digital currency system, this is something that is taking effect right now in the United States of America. As a matter of fact, beginning April of 2023, for April 2023, April this month, it's already happening. Places are starting to do away with cash. So they're going through the 90-day process right now of doing away with cash, starting in tax season. Why? So when you get your tax returns, it will be on the FedNow system. So they will control everything you do. That is the point. Control. Population control. So if you don't protect yourself or understand how to protect yourself, do not complain that you are subjugated to the things that are coming down the pipeline and say, I did not know what to do, because I'm telling you right now exactly what is happening. So again, what can you do? I talked about all that money you just blew. Do you know how much it costs to get a life insurance license? $224. So if you think the amount of money it costs you to buy, to check it out, listen to me carefully now. Don't get mad at me now. I enjoy the same pleasures as you. I enjoy smoking a little bit. I enjoy drinking a little bit. I enjoy going out to fine dining. I love me some gas in my car because I like to drive. And I sure enough know I enjoy a movie out with my boo every now and then. So I'm not going to say that I don't enjoy the same things you do. I want you to understand how money is wasted at a time that we cannot afford to, especially you. Because unless you balling, meaning that you self-made millionaire, meaning you 10 plus, you really can't say or do much. That's the point. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? You don't know. I invite you to learn more. Like I said, with all that money you spent to get your life insurance license, it would only cost you $224. I'm not a life insurance agent. I'm a person that's helping you to understand what the benefits are to tax loopholes, and that's life insurance. The number one loophole in the tax code is life insurance. You don't have to take my word for it. I'll make sure you go to the website that I'm going to connect in here. You'll see Ed Slot. He'll tell you a little bit more about that. In addition to that, I want you to understand the reason why I'm impressing upon you is that in the 2,000 plus years of this economy, life insurance industry has never been shaken, okay? That would be the last domino to fall if all these dominoes are falling. And as you see, the system has already been reestablished with the FedNow digital currency system. That means that the life insurance system is not going to fall. They've already broken the economic e-commerce system to change the currency. But as it relates to the tax laws and the legislative protocols, those protocols are still actively in place because the multinational corporations that leverage these tax loopholes, meaning the banks that has bullied bank-owned life insurance, billions and billions of dollars in bank-owned life insurance, they will not cause the situation to collapse for their capital gains. In addition, corporate-owned life insurance, as I talk about the multinational corporations that actually run the world, including the oil, gas, pharmaceutical, and the military industrial companies, yes, those bad boys or those good guys, I'm not saying nothing, I'm just saying they maximize the loopholes and the leverage and the benefits of life insurance. So if you are a 9-to-5 employee, why is it that a 9-to-5 employee that only making minimum wage, that ain't got all the millions yet, you cannot afford to put yourself in a better position to get life insurance for your family? Better yet, you can't even educate yourself or you're too busy to get licensed for yourself. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying, you know who this is. It's my time. Jason Miller, roll ahead and check that spelling. That's it for now. I got some cash to sweep up because as you see, paper is going down. Peace.